Grand Rising. And now you're ready. We have a convergence of energies, everything all at once. And this great pressure is refining each and every one of us like a beautiful diamond. And God is saying, now you're ready. That's why we have to go through this right now. So we're experiencing a G3 geomagnetic storm, and we're getting fed this energy from the sun. And we're also in a window of time where we're also receiving energy from the moon. So as I've been sharing, it's such an important time period where the focus is on balance. So if you look at these two energies carrying on simultaneously, refining each and every one of us, it's restoring balance inside of us. So that's where we're focused on right now. That's why we're going through this right now. So, you could experience, intensity. We'll be talking about ascension symptoms. The ascension symptoms have shifted, and I'll be talking about how to still navigate through them. Right now we also experience a power 80 spike in the Schumann resonance. There's more evidence of the energies that are affecting us. We're going to be talking about how this works synergistically, and maybe you are experiencing the shift that's happening inside of you, and the sun's purification. So what we're going through right now is a purification process. And this has actually always been the case, which I'm going to be discussing in this live stream today. And we have to be purified. So certain things, it's a time period where stuff that is not coming with us is kind of rising to the surface to be eliminated. Okay, so this purification of the sun, the electromagnetic tug of the moon, all of these things are bringing stuff to the surface, and it's not coming with us. So we lost the live chat again. I'm just going to pull you guys up on the, it's amazing. This keeps happening. In the meantime, there we are. It's good to see everyone once again. Please hit the like button if you're just joining in on the live stream. I'm very grateful for that. Hit the like button, hit the share button, because a lot of people are experiencing a lot of changes in their everyday life as the wind is picking up. Before I came on this live stream and I was telling the people in the chat, there was massive amounts of noise all over the place, like a storm of noise. I'm like, this is a Sunday rising. Why are they out there with the machine making this loud noise? But we waited it out, and because the beauty and the ability to do a live stream outside, it's so powerful. So sometimes you're going to have to wait it out, right? So that you can experience something that's even better. It's easy to maybe be afraid and not wait it out and just say, oh, I'm going to just do it inside, right? So the energy theme that God has given me for this time period, why we're going through such powerful, intense, it's really intense right now. Now you are ready. That's why we're getting it. So this is a catalyst event. And you're going to have, in science, it's called activational energy. So you might have to blast a little extra energy to get it activated. And then it just coasts. And that's what this window of time that we're in right now. So we're getting supplied with energy from the sun, as we have been all this year, and it will continue throughout this year. So buckle up, Buttercup, okay? So we have the G3 geomagnetic storm, and you can feel this intensity, and we're really witnessing a shift in the ascension symptoms that we are having, and it's going to be specific to you. All right, so it's funny. Yesterday, one of my friends that's here, she goes, oh, I'm feeling it again. And she happens to get it in her skull going down her neck. And for me, I experience it at the base of my spine. But what I actually experienced in the past 24 hours is actually a shift. So it's almost like we're constantly getting this energy to kind of push us through. And right now, it kind of feels like it has improved, but it's pushing down and out almost. So where my back, I was at a point where a couple of days ago, I was on the floor practically crying and couldn't move. And now it's kind of lessening, it's subsiding, even though the energy is here, right? So it's kind of pushing and purging. And this is a purging, a purification of the sun. And it's always been that way. So this burst of energy that the sun is giving us, you might actually feel this. So some days you could feel very tired, you can't move. Yesterday was not the case for me. I was all over the place. I needed to move. I had to get out. I said, I got to go to the beach right now. Yeah, I got to go right now. I had to get in the salt water. I had to get my bare feet on the sand. And the second I go there, you know, it kind of calms you down. So if you're experiencing massive bursts of energy, if you maybe are feeling like a flame on, all of a sudden you're running extremely hot, you're picking up the energy that we can't see with our naked eyes, but it's part of the electromagnetic spectrum. We are now learning, okay? We know the truth about our DNA receptors, and 93% of the function of DNA is not junk DNA. You are junk human. No, you're not junk human. It's actually responsible for light and sound reception and transmission. So you are receiving the lights, you are receiving the sounds, you are receiving the frequency, and you're also broadcasting it back. You're broadcasting it back. So there is a lot that is going on, everything all at once. Everything all at once. It's happening right now. The synergy of the moon and the sun. And what we have to realize, and in this world, it's very polarizing right now. Would you agree with that? And you could see that there's a lot of people in the world that are totally out of balance. And that's why we are receiving balanced energies, and things could be out of balance. Like your spine could be out of balance, right? Stuff in your body. The sun has always been a purification, and people didn't understand this. They didn't realize that over the course of our everyday lives, we are bombarded with toxins. Oh yeah. And, you know, however the toxins get in our body, it's just part of our everyday lives. That's what we have to accept, right? We accept, and we know you're getting this message. You could say, yeah, a lot of us, we are bombarded with toxins, and these toxins need to be purged. And the sun actually has always purged it. That's why some people, if they're not in the sun a lot, and then they go in the sun, and then they might feel like they're sick, right? They're actually experiencing detoxification symptoms. Hit the like button. If maybe you experience this, share it in the comments. You know, I was always called to be a beach person. Growing up in Brooklyn, even though it was in New York, I lived very close to the beach. I am very blessed to always be by the beach. And I've always been a beach person. And sometimes over the course of my journey, maybe I introduced a new person into my life. And I might have, you know, started hanging out with this person, and I brought this individual to the beach. And then, and I've seen this throughout many people, or, you know, it could be someone that you hang out with, or maybe a friend that joins your group. And they're not always going to the beach. They're not always laying out in the sun. And then they actually experience maybe what is actually detoxification symptoms, and they're like, oh, I don't like this, and they don't feel well, maybe certain things are purging out of the skin, right? So now the sun is so strong right now. Every person in the world is experiencing this, and we talked about this. Some of these energies, they pass through solid matter, and it's going to pass through the walls of your house. So even if you're not actually in the sun, like, you know, laying out on the beach all day, for example, that's why so many people are experiencing this purification energy, this detoxification energy. All right, so even if you're inside, heck, this energy could pass through the surface of the earth and go what's underneath the earth. So a lot of things are going. Look at that. That's why I have to be outside. Look at that. That's why I have to be outside. You know, I love to have the synchronicities as I'm talking. Buckshot 24. Thank you so much for that, Buckshot. Thank you for showing up and improving our everyday lives. Always be pumping, baby. Yeah, we're gonna improve our lives. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to this channel. Right, as we move forward as a species, as society, we're headed to a new way of life. We're gonna improve our lives physically, mentally, and spiritually in all three phases. And a lot of people, they kind of shove things and oh, this is not important. Like if a person is still saying the solar flares are not important, the activity, the solar flash is not important, it's going to be a more difficult time. On a daily basis, I put my body, I go through detoxification, I assist it along. If you don't want to assist it along, that's your life. I'm just sharing about my life. Okay, so I make sure I do my intermittent fasting, I do my detoxes throughout the week, that's what I do. All right, and if you don't want to do it, no one has to listen to anything. But what happens is there is such a great shift right now, and I see this in the gym. I'm an everyday life kind of guy. I go to the gym. I've met so many friends in the gym. You're probably watching this right now, and it's become more people are becoming conscious and aware of these things. And we talk about solar flares and the symptoms and what we're feeling, and it's just part of everyday life now. So you might have been on this journey for a while. I'm here to tell you that there are more and more people in the now moment that are receptive to the fact, right, that these energies, what's happening, solar flares, solar activity, moon phases, they do affect us, you know. So we also have a very powerful super moon. That means the electromagnetic tug is going to be even stronger, and it's in Aquarius. And where are we headed? We're headed to the age of Aquarius, baby. You could write it in the comments. We're headed to the age of Aquarius. That's the energy theme. Now you are ready. So synergistically, right? Synergistically, we're getting the sun's energies. It's happening on this very powerful full moon, everything all at once. So you're getting the tug, you're getting the pressure. The pressure is on. And at the end of this, when we pass through it, you're going to say, now we are ready. Because sometimes we're not ready for things. We're not ready for things, you know. And that's why when you go through it, firsthand experience, you could reflect on your life. And you can say, yeah, at this specific time, I was not ready, right? And I had to learn. We're receiving things because we're headed towards a very pivotal moment in the history of humanity. And a lot of you that are tuned in, still throughout this message, you knew that you came here for this specific moment in the history of humanity. So you're being prepped. You're being prepped in all three phases. And as we go through this it's a window of time. It's a catalyst event. So we're getting all these energies, a geomagnetic storm, synergistically with the powerful supermoon. And you might be stumbling onto this message. You say, oh, this is kind of new to me, okay? And so what I do is I take everyday life examples. So when the full moon comes, you could see that the tides are extra high. I saw it on the beach, right? When it's high tide, it's like we're running out of room. It's extra high. There's an extra tug of the water. Well, guess what? Not only does it tug on the waters of the earth, it tugs on the waters of your body. So there's going to be a shift inside of you. So there's so many shifts going on. If you are feeling a little shaky, it's okay. But at the end of this, you're going to say, now I am ready. The purification is happening in all forms, on the micro and the macro, from the sun. Midge, 888, I appreciate you, Midge. So beautiful how my brother's teachings every day sync up and meets me right where I'm at in the moment. Sets an extraordinary tone. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're all on the same, that's why we're on a frequency, Midge. I appreciate you. So anyone that's getting on to this message, right, and you're resonating, we're on a certain frequency, and that's the frequency of authenticity. There are authentic people walking this earth right now. And our brothers and sisters are counting on us to get this job done, to keep moving forward, to walk the walk. Don't talk the talk. Some people talk the talk, right? But we actually walk the walk, right? So that's where we are. And you want to not fight against the wave. You go to the beach, the tsunami comes, right? We talked about that the other day. You have to learn how to ride the waves. You go to a beach, it's a regular strong wave, it's going to knock you over. You're going to have to know how to navigate the waves. What's the right time? Timing is very important. Timing is very important. When I go to the beach, right, I know, okay, where is that wave breaking? Where's the crest, right? If it hits you at the right, you're going to go tumbling, right? If you're floating in the water, and sometimes you have to go into it. Sometimes, you're going to back up. The timing is so important. So what we're witnessing right now with this very powerful geomagnetic storm, with this very powerful super full moon, is divine timing to create a catalyst event, to have enough activational energy for what's the next phase. Some people, they say, well, there's no event, there's nothing happening. And I get this comment a lot. Why are these people numb? Why are these people? It's two worlds. It's two frequencies. It's two totally different frequencies. It's so important to know. You got to get to the basics right now, because the energies are intense. They're going to constantly rise. Okay? So you got to, number one, know thyself and be connected to God's source. Just get to the basics. I did a video on the Stairway to Heaven podcast. If you didn't see my videos when I did a full video like on the stair mill in the gym. Okay, that's what humanity is right now. So when the blood is pumping, I'm sure the blood is pumping for a lot of us. When the intensity is so high, you have the easiest thing. You got to go straight to the truth. Hit the like button if that resonates with you, and that's why I did those videos. Maybe we need to do more. We'll have the Stairway to Heaven podcast again. We'll do it again. So that's the purpose, and we have to see through firsthand experience. The people need to be shown the truth, and that's what's happening right now. So the micro and the macrocosm in our bodies, and this has always been the case, the purification of the sun, it purifies things from our body. It's also purifying things in society, the micro and the macrocosm. You got to know it's happening both. What you're seeing happening in the world is happening for you. If you're witnessing something that's happening in your body, it's happening in the world. So over the next few days, we're going to see more purifications of things within society. We're going to see more things that hid in the dark come up to the light, come up to the surface. Like maybe sometimes you were in the sun and all of a sudden stuff came out of your skin. It purifies, it brings it up to the surface. The energies, right, they're passing through. Someone said, "Oh, I'm heating up." Are you feeling it? Did you run hot last night? You could hit the flames. You could hit the starburst if you're running hot at night. And these energies, they go into you, and then you soak them up like a sponge, and it does what it needs to do. Light codes. Some people, oh, it's a spirit. Oh, spiritual. It's light codes. Light codes. How do we change? What are we doing? What's the signal? You got to have the signal. You got to be on the clear channel. You got to be tuned into God, right? The love songs, not the static. Some people are tuned into static right now. Static. Electricity is coursing through you. In the electric universe, right? So if someone say, "Oh, I have electricity coursing through me," so what is the ancient terms? This energy is known as chi, the chi energy. So that's how people and everyone has different abilities. But what we do is we're taking real life examples and trying to use them to teach on a broader spectrum. A Reiki master that knows how to move the energy of the body into his hands or her hands and manipulate energy. Does that describe you? Are you tuned into this message? Right? So that's an example of this. So we have to start thinking differently about light. We have to start thinking differently about the way of the world. And we have to start thinking differently about frequency. So perception does become reality, but the frequency of your overall essence is tuned into one timeline or the other. There are two main timelines. We've been sharing about this, right, for the past few years. And as we go through this catalyst event, some people, and it's my honor to keep you focused, right? If you feel confused, all you have to do is pay attention here. Your attention is the currency of the universe. So you're going to see people, oh, it's gloom and doom. Oh, it's doomed, right? I saw this I saw this meme, and one person was looking at the news, and it says, "Oh, we're doomed," and this other girl was reading a book, and she goes, "Oh, we're saved," right? Right. So you gotta turn that TV off, right? You gotta turn the negativity off, right? And you gotta start focusing where you're going. You have to make that conscious decision. A lot of people have said this. It is true. Everyone has made a conscious decision whether they are going to experience the new earth and that's everyone's free will. 2 timelines, 2 frequencies, 2 realities. I heard someone say that, right? That's where we are right now. But this influx of energy from all areas, it's bringing stuff to the surface. So we could be purified, the society could be purified, and the things that go bump in the night, the things that hid in the dark, it can't hide from the sun. It can't hide from this. It is done by a divine design. All the pressure, bring it to the surface. We're seeing it all rise up to the surface right now. So you might be experiencing intensity when it comes to your ascension symptoms. And let us know, did you witness a shift? Like, it's still like for me on my journey, my back still isn't so great, but there was a clear shift with this next wave. And that's what we've been sharing. It's wave after wave. I think a lot of people, they just thinking that any aspect of life, there's people that just want the quick fix. They just think it's going to be one and done, and oh, it's all done for me. This is a marathon. I'm sorry to tell you that, all right? A lot of people, and I've been teaching about true ascension. Not everything's a unicorn and rainbow ascension. Okay, go somewhere else for that. Go. If you want fake, you want to just get, sugar plum fairies. But that's not the truth. I got to teach the truth. This is a marathon. This is daily work. This is focused in all 3 phases. Oh, I don't want to do it. Okay, then don't do it. Assist the energies along. We are getting these assisted along. Stop fighting against it. And when it comes to the 3 T's, the toxins, the traumas, and the thoughts, you want to get those things out. And what are the sources? It's so important to identify the source. When you identify the source, you can eliminate it from your everyday life. Oh, you're eating a certain food or drinking a certain drink. Oh, that's a source. Get rid of it. True ascension is not only incorporation, it's also elimination. Oh, this person keeps giving me stress. What is stress? It's the #1 cause of disease. Get that person out of your everyday life. Yeah. Elimination. And that's what it means to be obedient to God, because if God shows you something and gives you relief from it, and then you put it right back in, that's not good. So we're also in what is a Mercury retrograde, and retro, it's revisiting. There's a lot of re's happening right now. So we also have this energy as well. And things might pop up. So think about, right? The sun is, you might have had toxins that are from the past that are coming out of you now, right? Things in the past in society coming out now. So when things rise up to the surface, remember and clear and remove. Remember, clear and remove. You could write clear and remove. Clear and remove. That's what the purification that is coming in, that is doing for each and every one of us. It's clearing and removing. It's assisting us. You feel better. Got to get lighter right now. You got to get lighter. And you might be saying, yeah, I am getting lighter. Eating less food, being more efficient. And I'm still in a fasted state, you know? And I'm not going to eat till the afternoon. This is something I really share. When I say I changed, I mean, there was never a time where I said, I'm not going to eat breakfast. This is part of my life now. I can't eat breakfast now. I don't really eat solid food until I do my workout. I will say occasionally, like if I take a day off from the gym, occasionally I will eat breakfast or a little. I don't eat it the second I wake up though, but the food that I take would be, you know, a little bit after, say, I do the live stream. I'm just trying to give transparency to show people there was never a time. I always, right, got to eat breakfast, got to eat 6 meals a day, right? And now that has changed. Energy is the ability to cause change. We could detect energy's presence by noticing a change. If any change has happened, energy has to be there, has to be. So the more changes you experience within yourself, we're getting this assistance, and it is a lot of pressure. But that pressure is making you become the diamond. So at the end, right, it's a lot of you know it's about to pop off. Now you are ready. That's what this is about. That's the energy theme. Boozin12, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you, Boozin12. Appreciate you all. Appreciate everyone. Really appreciate if you hit that like button, share this video today. It's such a great support, and it helps get the information out there, because the purpose of this is to reach everyday life people. Just like I talk to my friends in the gym. Maybe they weren't on a spiritual journey. Maybe they weren't well versed in these things, but a lot of people, and you're witnessing it, like they're ready to receive. They're witnessing these things. They want to better their lives. So just like if I have a group of friends in the gym and we're health conscious, we're trying to put our best foot forward. More people want to do this. So there's different modalities that I incorporated, and now I could pass it forward. We can incorporate these new modalities to our everyday lives to become better, to reverse age. We're getting younger, yeah. And the more in alignment you are, right? So what happens is when we're out of alignment, that's where we start to fall apart and decay. And the more that we are in alignment, that's the emotions. What is emotion? It's energy in motion. So the more positive stuff you put out to the world, the more positive comes back to you. Really be in alignment. Embrace both the masculine and the feminine energies at this time. This is literally, it's such a divine, it's a synchronicity. It's a divine timing moment. It is a catalyst event. So embrace the solar energies that are coming in. And the one thing I wanted to share with all of you, so what I decided to incorporate, which is new to help me navigate this time, is magnesium. Okay, so I have gone through, there are certain staples that I do on a daily basis. And throughout, once I kind of learned about magnesium, I go through phases. There are certain supplements that I'll take it for like a month, and then like once the bottle is done, I just, I kind of like forget about it. And so I was kind of reminded. Sometimes we get a little pain in our body. So I was reminded, hey, I think you should go on that magnesium, start incorporating magnesium. So that was something I also think is assisting at this time. That's something that I incorporated into my life as well. And, review your past. I keep sharing this. All right, this is the authentic journey. Your past is not to be forgotten. Some people, it's in the past. Move on from your past. No. It's part of your life. And then you take it down, right? And you write down all the things from your past, okay? Right? Yeah. And you say, okay, this was good, this was bad, right? So you learn from it. And now you say, okay, this worked. Let me reincorporate this. Oh, this was not good. Let me get it the heck out of here. Get it out of here, right? And then, right, what you want to do is you don't want to be obsessed with your future, but you know who you are in the future. You take that in your mind and you put it into the now. And right now we are so forced to be in the now. When the pressure is on, you are forced into the now. Humanity is going to be forced into the now. This great shaking that is occurring, okay? You're forced into the now. Think about it. You are forced into the now, the great pressure. And when God has his big foot on you and you're kicking and squirming, no, you have to sit still. Be still and know that after this, now you are ready. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. We are growing on a daily basis. Let us know down below, number one, are you feeling the effects of this geomagnetic storm? I also want to say that I want you to think about these events like they are keys. Okay, not every key opens every door. So, like when you have a solar storm, a geomagnetic storm, a spike in the Schumann resonance, a full moon, they're not, it's not, oh, it's the most strongest one, and that, what do you specifically need? And it's the little keys that open specific things in your body and for the world. So, you know, I'm just using this as an example. So right now we're experiencing G3. It could be G4, G5, right? But certain things, like Bugs Bunny used to say, it's going to hit it just right. Yeah? Yeah. It's going to hit it just right. So I hope that is helpful for all of you as well. It's really part of life. Bigger is not always better. It's what you specifically need at that specific time. Okay? And we're getting a convergence, and it's like little puzzle pieces, and they're fitting together, and we're going to become the best version of ourselves. And at the end of this very potent portal that we're in right now, we're all going to say, now we are ready. So I appreciate you all. We have daily videos here, 9 a.m. Eastern time. We have new posts on TikTok, Facebook, and Patreon. All of the links are in the description. Join our family. Check out our Facebook page. I put up a tremendous post on Facebook yesterday. So many people loved it. And, you know, if I'm speaking, I know a lot of people, they're a little nervous. All you have to do, if you want to be part of our Facebook army, you could just take my posts and reshare the posts. Just take them. You are my Colossus. I am the Wolverine, and you are giving me the fastball special. Just take me and throw me up onto that Sentinel. That's all you got to do. And I'll just keep posting, and all you have to do is just take me like Colossus through a Wolverine onto the Sentinel. Look up the fastball special if you don't know what I'm talking about. And, you know, so hit me up on Facebook. It's been such a great explosion on Facebook. It's amazing. We have TikTok and new posts on Patreon. And we do live streams on Patreon as well. I love each and every one of you. Really go within at this time. Make yourself the priority right now, right? I did a YouTube short. Check out YouTube shorts. Self-care is a priority this year. Let it marinate. I'll say it one more time. Self-care is a priority this year. So when the intensity is so intense, when you can't, like, you have to make sure your cup is filled up first, focus on the self-care. Focus on the self-care. It's so important. I love you all. Hit the like button, share this. Really appreciate it. And we'll be back on tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Keep moving forward. Even if it's just 1% every single day, just keep going. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going with the solar flares, with the solar storms, with all of the Ascension symptoms. And then it's crazy, right? But it's like the weights in the gym, right? You have all these heavy weights, but you're building strong muscles. Well, this is building the strong spiritual muscles. This is what you need. I love you all. Bye for now.